Welcome to a universe brimming with wonder. From the classic routes of Kanto to the vast horizons of Paldea, an entire world beckons us to explore its greatest mysteries. As a trainer, this is your calling: to travel the land, forge unbreakable bonds with incredible companions, master the art of battle, and witness breathtaking evolutions. But the ultimate challenge remains the same: the quest to capture knowledge, to finally gotta catch 'em all. Prepare yourself. Right now, we are cataloging every single one of the 1,025 Pokemon in existence.
Bulbasaur roams the humid undergrowth. The bulb on its back soaks up the sun, storing energy for the days to come. Ivysaur. As the bulb absorbs nutrients, Ivysaur loses the ability to stand on two legs. The flower is ready to bloom. Venusaur, a walking jungle. Venusaur's flower releases a scent that attracts Pokémon from miles away, calming their aggression. Charmander guards the flame on its tail with its life, a tiny inferno that mirrors its own heartbeat. Charmeleon. With a temper as hot as its tail, Charmeleon seeks strong opponents. If excited, the flame turns a bluish-white. Charizard carves through the clouds a shadow of fire that rules the skies. Its breath can melt solid boulders. Squirtle basks at riverbanks, retreating into its sturdy shell at the first sign of trouble. Wartortle. Its large, furry tail and ears are symbols of longevity. Wartortle hides in water to hunt prey. Blastoise. The water cannons on its shell fire with enough pressure to punch through steel, a heavy tank of the sea. Caterpie. Its bright red antenna releases a stench to repel enemies. It eats leaves constantly to prepare for evolution. Metapod. Inside the shell, its body is liquefying to restructure. It remains motionless to avoid detection. Butterfree. Its wings are covered in water-repellent toxic dust. It flutters over flowers collecting honey. Weedle. Armed with a sharp stinger on its head, Weedle warns predators with its bright colors: do not touch. Kakuna. Hanging from trees, it generates heat to speed up its evolution. Inside, a poison bee is forming. Beedrill. Highly territorial. Beedrill swarms attack with 3 poison stingers at high speed. Escape is difficult. Pidgey. A common sight in forests, Pidgey kicks up sand to blind its enemies before escaping. Pidgeotto. It patrols its large territory, diving from the sky to snatch prey with its sharp talons. Pidgeot. Flying at Mach 2 speed, its plumage is beautiful but deadly. Pidgeot rules the wind. Rattata. Its fangs never stop growing. Rattata gnaws on hard objects to file them down. Ratnicate. Its webbed feet allow it to swim. Ratnicate's bite can topple concrete buildings. Spearow. Though unable to fly high, Spearow has a very loud cry that can be heard over half a mile away. Fearow. With its long neck and beak, Fearow plucks prey from the water or soil with ease. Ekans. Moving silently through the grass, it swallows eggs whole. It can unhinge its jaw to eat large prey. Arbok. The pattern on its belly warns enemies. Arbok constricts its prey with crushing force. Pikachu. It stores crackling energy in its cheeks. When threatened, it releases a loosely electrical discharge. Raichu. Its long tail serves as a ground wire to protect itself from its own high voltage. Sandshrew. It burrows deep underground. Its skin is dry and tough, perfect for surviving in the desert. Sandslash. If threatened, it curls into a spiky ball. Breaking its spikes causes them to grow back sharper. Nidoran. Small and cautious, its barbs secrete powerful poison to protect it from larger predators. Nidorina. When with its magma, it will draw its spikes. It chews food for its young. Nidoqueen. Its body is covered with needle-like scales. It will fiercely defend its young at any cost. Nidoran. It scans its surroundings with large ears. The horn on its head contained a potent venom. Nidorino. An aggressive Pokemon that is quick to attack. Its horn is harder than diamond. Nidoking. Its tail is thick and powerful. One swing can topple a metal transmission tower. Clefairy. Rarely seen by humans, they gather on moonlit nights to dance and collect moonstones. Clefable. Its hearing is so sensitive it can hear a pin drop from a mile away. It prefers quiet mountains. Vulpix. Inside its body burns a flame that never goes out. It controls fire to create floating will-o-wisps. Ninetales. A ghost in the mist, Ninetales is said to live for 1,000 years, possessing mystical powers. Jigglypuff. Its huge eyes captivate enemies. It sings a soothing melody that puts anyone to sleep. Wigglytuff. Its body is soft and rubbery. When it inhales, it can expand to an enormous size.
Zubat. It has no eyes. It navigates dark caves using echolocation, emitting ultrasonic cries. Golbat. Its mouth can open at impossible angles to drink the blood of its victims. Oddish. During the day, it buries itself in soil to absorb nutrients. At night, it wanders around. Gloom. The fluid that oozes from its mouth smells like rotten garbage, but it is actually honey. Vileplume. Its massive petals scatter toxic pollen. The larger the petals, the more toxic the pollen. Paras. It burrows to suck tree roots. The mushrooms on its back are parasitic Techucaso. Parasect. The host insect is dead. The mushroom now controls the body completely. Venonat. Its large eyes act as radar to find small bugs in the dark. Its body is covered in stiff hair. Venomoth. The dust on its wings is poisonous. It flutters silently, scattering toxins over its enemies. Diglett. It lives about 1 yard underground. No one has ever seen what lies beneath the soil. Dugtrio. A team of 3 Diglets. They dig through the earth at 60 miles per hour to trigger earthquakes. Meowth. It loves shiny round objects. At night, its eyes glow as it searches city streets for lost coins. Persian. Elegant but fickle. It walks with a silent grace, ready to tear its prey apart for amusement. Psyduck. It suffers from a constant headache. When the pain peaks, it accidentally unleashes psychic waves. Golduck. A professional swimmer. Its webbed hands and feet allow it to outswim even the fastest fish. Mankey. It lives in treetops and attacks anything that makes eye contact. Its anger is instant and explosive. Primeape. It will chase anyone who angers it until the end of the world. Its blood vessels throb with rage. Growlithe. Extremely loyal to its trainer, it fearlessly barks at enemies bigger than itself to protect its territory. Arcanine. A legendary runner cloaked in gold, Arcanine races across continents, majestic and untamed. Poliwag. Its skin is so thin you can see its spiral intestines. It swims clumsily with its large tail. Polymorph. Its skin is always moist. It can live on land but prefers staying underwater to keep its skin from drying out. Poliwrath. A swimming machine with muscles of steel. It can swim across the Pacific Ocean without resting. Abra. It sleeps 18 hours a day. Even while sleeping, it can sense danger and teleport away instantly. Kadabra. It emits special alpha waves that cause headaches. It holds a spoon to focus its psychic energy. Alakazam. Its brain cells multiply until it dies. It remembers everything that has happened in the world. Machop. Its muscles never get sore. It trains by lifting boulders in the mountains every single day. Machoke. Its muscles are so strong, it must wear a power save belt to regulate its motion. Machamp. It can punch 1,000 times in 2 seconds. Its forearms strike from every angle, impossible to block. Bellsprout. Its root feet allow it to replenish moisture.
It prefers hot and humid places to catch bugs. Weeping-belled. It hangs from tree branches to sleep. If it moves, it spits out a fluid that dissolves anything. The tree bell. It lures prey into its mouth with a honey-like scent. Once inside, the prey is dissolved instantly. Tentacool. Its body is 99% water. It drifts in shallow seas, stinging anything that touches its tentacles. Tentacruel. The gangster of the sea. It extends 80 tentacles to form a poisonous net around its prey. Geodude. Often mistaken for a rock. If you step on it, it will wake up and swing its fists in anger. Graveler. It rolls down mountain paths to move. It doesn't care if pieces of its body break off while rolling. Golem. Its rock-hard shell can withstand dynamite blasts. It sheds its skin once a year to grow larger. Ponyta. Its mane burns with a spectral blue fire. Ponyta's hooves are harder than diamond, crushing rocks as it runs. Rapidash. This steed burns with a ghostly fire. Rapidash sprints faster than the wind, a gray comet on 4 legs. Slowpoke. It is always zoning out. It feels no pain even if something bites its tail, taking 5 seconds to react. Slowbro. The shelter on its tail feeds on the host's scraps. They have a symbiotic relationship. Magnemite. It defies gravity with electromagnetic waves. It feeds on electricity from power lines. Magneton. 3 Magnemites linked by a strong magnetic force. It emits a radio signal that raises the temperature. Farfetch'd. It can't live without its leek stalk. It uses the stick like a sword to cut down prey. Doduo. A 2-headed bird that runs at 60 miles per hour. While one head sleeps, the other stays awake to watch. Dodrio. It has 3 heads representing joy, sorrow, and anger. If one head eats, the others get satisfied too. Seal. It loves freezing cold oceans. Its tick fat protects it from ice, allowing it to swim comfortably. Dugong. Its streamlined body has little drag in water. It sleeps on icebergs during the day. Grimer. Born of sludge. As it moves, it loses bits of its body, which turn into new Grimers. Muck. A living biohazard. Its smell is so toxic that just one whiff can cause fainting. Shelder. Its shell is harder than diamond. It clamps onto foods and will not let go until they are defeated. Cloister. Once it slams itself shut, it is impossible to open, not even by a bomb. Ghastly. Instead of purple haze, this ghastly floats in a cloud of blue neon gas, a toxic phantom of the night. Haunter. It can slip through any wall. It licks its victims with a gaseous tongue to steal their life force. Gengar. It hides in shadows of rooms. If you feel a sudden chill, Gengar is standing right behind you. Onyx. A titan made of fool's gold. This onyx pours through mountains, its mossy stone body grinding like thunder. Drowsy. It eats dreams. If your nose itches while you are sleeping, Drowsy is standing over your pillow. Hypno. It carries a pendulum to hypnotize prey. It once led a child away into the woods, never to be seen again. Krabby. Its pincers are superb weapons. If a claw breaks off during battle, it grows back later. King Lur. Its giant pincer has 10,000 horsepower. However, it is so heavy that it is hard to aim. Voltorb. It looks just like a Pokeball. It is dangerous because it may explode at the slightest touch. Electrode. Rolling recklessly, this blue orb is a living bomb. Its stored power is always on the verge of detonation.
Execute. Though appearing as eggs, they are actually seeds, sharing a single telepathic hive mind. Executor, known as the walking tropical rainforest. Each head thinks independently, but they are always friendly with each other. Cubone. It wears the skull of its deceased mother. The stains on the skull are made by the tears it sheds. Marowak. It has overcome its grief to become a hardened warrior. It uses its bone club like a boomerang. Hitmonlee. Its legs can stretch to double their length.
It is the kickboxing master of the Pokemon world, Hitmonchan. Its punches slice the air faster than the eye can follow. It possesses the spirit of a world champion boxer, Lickitung. Its tongue is twice the length of its body. Its saliva is sticky and causes a tingling sensation. Coughing. Its thin skin is filled with toxic gas. In hot environments, it expands and may explode without warning. Wheezing. Two poison gas geysers linked together. They mix gases inside their bodies to create new toxins. Rhyhorn. Its bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. It charges in a straight line, smashing through everything. Rhydon. Protected by rock-hard armor, it can live in molten lava. Its drill horn can bore through diamond. Chansey. A rare and kindly Pokemon that lays highly nutritious eggs. It shares them with injured creatures. Tangela. Its body is wrapped in blue vines that grow constantly. Its true face remains a mystery beneath the thicket. Kangaskhan. The female raises its offspring in its belly pouch. It will fight to the death to protect its child. Horsey. It makes its nest in the safety of coral reefs. If senses danger, it spits ink to escape. Sindra. Its spines provide protection. Its fins and bones are highly valued in traditional medicine. Goldeen, the water queen. It swims elegantly in rivers, its horns serving as a sensor and a weapon. Seaking. In autumn, they gather to travel upriver. They use their horn to drill nests into river boulders. Staryu. Even if its body is torn, it can regenerate as long as the red core remains. It appears at night. Starmie. Starmie spins like a beacon from another world. Its core glows with a deep blue light, signaling to the stars. Mr. Mime, a master of pantomime. It solidifies air molecules to create invisible walls that repel attacks. Scyther, a Menja of the tall grass. Its scythes are sharp enough to slice through thick logs in a single stroke. Jinx. It walks with a rhythmic dance-like motion. It speaks a language that sounds like human speech. Electabuzz. It loves to feed on strong electricity. During storms, they gather at high points to be struck by lightning. Magmar. Born in a volcano, its body temperature is nearly 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. It heals wounds by dipping into lava. Pinsir. It grips prey with its powerful pincers. If it cannot crush the victim, it tosses them far away. Tauros, a violent, rowdy Pokemon. It whips its body with its three tails to work itself into a frenzy before charging. Magikarp, a living treasure. The golden Magikarp splashes desperately, weak but undeniably magnificent. Gyarados, the red Gyarados. Erupting from the depths, its scarlet scales are a symbol of uncontrollable rage. Lapras, a gentle soul that understands human speech. It loves ferrying people across the sea on its back. Ditto. This blob is usually purple, but here it glows blue. Ditto melts and reforms, waiting to copy its next target. Eevee. Its genetic code is unstable. It can evolve into many different forms depending on its environment. Vaporeon. Its cell structure is similar to water molecules. It can melt into water and become invisible. Jolteon. It accumulates negative ions in its fur to blast out 10,000-volt lightning bolts. Flareon. It stores air in its internal flame sac to heat it up to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Porygon, a Pokemon created by code. It can move freely in cyberspace and does not need to breathe. Omanite, a Pokemon revived from a fossil. It swims by twisting its 10 tentacles. Omastar. Its tentacles developed to catch prey, but its heavy shell made it too slow to survive extinction. Kabuto. It is thought to have inhabited beaches 300 million years ago. It is protected by a stiff shell. Kabutops. Its sleek shape is perfect for swimming. It slashes prey with its sharp scythes and drains their fluids. Aerodactyl, a vicious prehistoric Pokemon. It sawed through the throats of its enemies with its serrated fangs. Snorlax, it is not satisfied unless it eats 900 pounds of food every day. After eating, it goes promptly to sleep. Articuno, the legendary bird of ice. It freezes moisture in the air to create snow while flying. Zapdos, the legendary bird of lightning. It is said to appear from clouds while dropping enormous thunderbolts. Moltres, the legendary bird of fire. Every flap of its wings creates a dazzling flash of flames. Dratini, known as the Mirage Pokémon. It sheds its skin constantly as it grows larger and stronger. Dragonair, its lattice dessert of a clouds where they drifts through the sky. Dragonite, despite its bulk, it is capable of flying faster than the speed of sound. It rescues drowning sailors. Mewtwo, created by a scientist after years of horrifying gene splicing experiments. It has the most savage heart among Pokémon. Mew, the ancestor of all. This Mew plays among the clouds, a tiny blue myth holding the secrets of life.
Chikorita. It loves to sunbathe. The leaf on its head releases a sweet fragrance that calms battling Pokémon. Bayleaf. The scent from the leaves around its neck spices up the air. It boosts the energy of those who smell it. Meganium. Its breath has the power to revive dead grass and plants. Standing beside it feels like a forest bath. Cyndaquil. It is timid and curls up in a ball. If angry or surprised, the fire on its back flares up instantly. Quilava. It turns its back to opponents to intimidate them with its fire. Its fur is non-flammable. Typhlosion. If its rage peaks, it becomes so hot that anything it touches bursts into flames. Totodile. Its powerful jaws can crush stone. It has a habit of biting anything that moves in front of it. Croconaw. Once it clamps its jaws on a foe, it will not let go until it loses its fangs, which grow back quickly. Feraligatr. It opens its huge mouth to intimidate enemies. On land, it supports its weight on its hind legs, but moves fast. Sentret. It stands on its tail to scout surroundings. If it spots danger, it screeches to warn the pack. Furret. Its body is so slim it can slip into any burrow. It is incredibly fast despite its short limbs. Hoot. It has a perfect internal clock. It hoots at the exact same time every day. Noctowl. Its eyes are specially adapted to see in absolute darkness. It flies without making a single sound. Lediba. They are timid and only move in swarms. The fluid from their feet indicates their feelings. Ledian. It uses starlight as energy. It sleeps in leaves during the day and flutters when the stars shine. Spinarak. It spins a web thin but strong enough to trap rocks. It waits patiently for prey to wander in. Ariados. It attaches silk to its prey and sets it free, tracking the silk to find the prey's nest. Crobat. It flies so silently with 4 wings that it can sneak up on prey without being noticed. Chinchu. It lives in the dark ocean depths, flashing its electric antennae to communicate with others. Lantern. The light from its orb is so bright, it can be seen from the surface, even from the deep sea. Pichu. It is still unskilled at storing electricity. It may shock itself if amused or startled. Cleffa. Because of its star shape, it is believed to have come here on a meteor. Igglybuff. Its body is soft and pliable like a marshmallow. It emits a sweet smell to calm its enemies. Togepi. It stores happiness inside its shell, then shares it with those who are kind to it. Togetic. It grows dispirited if it is not with kind people. It can float without flapping its wings. Natu. Because its wings aren't fully grown, it has to hop to move. It stares at things to read the future. Xatu. It stands motionless all day, staring at the sun. It is said to be seeing both the past and the future. Mareep. Its fleece grows continually. In the summer, the fleece is fully shed, but it grows back in a week. Flaffy. Its skin is rubbery to prevent electrocution. It stores so much charge that its wool glows. Ampharos. The tail's tip shines so brightly that it can be used to send signals to the ocean. Bellossom. When they dance together, their petals rub against each other, making a pleasing ringing sound. Meryl. Its fur repels water, keeping it dry even after swimming. The tail acts as a float. Azumarill. Its long ears are indispensable sensors. It can hear a bubble burst underwater from miles away. Sudowoodo. It mimics a tree to avoid being attacked. It hates water and will flee from rain. Politoed. The curled hair on its head is a sign of its status as a king. It commands poliwags with a croak. Hoppip. It is so light that it drifts on the wind. It clusters together with others to avoid being blown away. Skiploom. The flower on its head opens and closes with the temperature. It floats to get closer to the sun. Jumpluff. It rides warm southern winds to cross the ocean, spreading its cotton spores around the world. Apom. Its tail is strong enough to support its weight. It uses the tail more than its actual hands. Sunkern. It suddenly falls from the sky in the morning. It feeds only on morning dew to survive. Sunflora. It converts sunlight into energy. It moves actively in the day, but stops completely when the sun sets. Yanma. It can hover in one spot by flapping its wings at high speed. It has 360-degree vision. Whooper. It lives in cold water. When on land, it coats its body with a slimy, toxic film. Quagsire. It has a sluggish nature. It doesn't care if it bumps its head into boats or river rocks. Espeon. Its fur is like velvet. By reading air currents, it can predict its opponent's next move. Umbreon. When darkness falls, the rings on its body glow. It strikes from the shadows with toxic sweat. Murkrow. Feared as a bringer of misfortune, it loves anything sparkly and will steal rings from people. Slowking. Being bitten by Shelder on the head gave it genius intelligence. It speaks human language in legends. Misdreavus. It loves to play tricks. It pulls hair or screams at night to feed on people's fear. Unknown. Their shapes resemble ancient writing. It is said they are different keys to a different dimension. Wobbuffet. It hates light and shock. To protect its sensitive tail, it lives quietly in the darkness of caves. Girafarig. The head on its tail has a small brain. It bites instantly if anyone sneaks up from behind. Pineco. It spits out a glue to glue tree bark to its body. If shaken, it explodes without warning. Fortress. Its steel shell is harder than diamond. It shoots spikes from its shell openings at enemies. Dunsparce. When spotted, it digs into the ground backwards with its tail. It can fly just a little. Gligar. It glides silently. It clamps onto its prey's face with its claws and injects poison with its stinger. Steelix. Its body has been compressed deep underground, making it harder than diamond. It chews through boulders. Snubbull. Despite its fierce look, it is actually timid and affectionate. It growls to hide its fear. Granbull. It has a heavy jaw. It does not bite indiscriminately, but one nip can crush bone. Quillfish. It intimidates attackers. It swallows water to puff up. Its spines are packed with deadly toxin. Scizor. Its pincers contain steel. It can crush a boulder to dust with a single grip. Shuckle. It stores berries in its shell. The berries ferment into a juice that restores health. Heracross. With its Herculean strength, it can throw around an object 100 times its own weight. Sneasel. A smart and sneaky hunter. It teams up with another Sneasel to steal eggs from bird nests. Teddiursa. If it finds honey, its crescent moon mark glows. It licks its paws, which are soaked in sweet honey. Ursaring. Although it has a large body, it climbs trees quickly. It snaps thick trees in half to mark territory. Slugma. Its body is made of magma. If it stops moving, its body cools and hardens into stone. Magcargo.
Its shell is actually hardened skin. It breaks easily, but the heat inside is 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Swinub. It rubs its snout on the ground to find mushrooms. It can smell food buried under thick ice. Piloswine. Its thick fur blinds it, so it relies on sensitive hearing and smell to charge at enemies. Corsola. Its branches grow continuously. In clear oceans, they grow vibrant pink and form massive reefs. Remoraid. It clings to mantine to eat leftovers. It shoots jets of water with sniper-like precision. Octolary. Its suction cups hold prey tight. Its hard head is used to ram into enemies. Delibird. It carries food in its tail. It has a generous habit of sharing food with lost travelers. Mantine. It swims elegantly. If it picks up speed, it can leap out of the water and glide for 300 feet. Skarmory. Its feathers are sharp steel blades. Ancient warriors used them as swords. Houndour. It uses different cries to communicate with the pack while hunting. It conveys its feelings perfectly. Houndoom. The flames it breathes contain toxins. If you are burned, the pain will never go away. Kingdra. It lives in caves on the seafloor. Its yawn creates whirlpools that can swallow ships.
Phanpy. It bumps things with its snout to test their strength. It is strong enough to carry a human. Donphan. It curls into a ball and rolls violently. Its thick skin is almost impossible to scratch. Porygon 2, an upgraded artificial Pokémon. It was designed to work in space, but it started acting strangely. Stantler. The curved antlers change the flow in air to create a distorted reality, confusing enemies. Smeargle. A fluid oozes from its tail tip. The color of the fluid changes depending on its emotions. Tyrogue. It is always full of energy. It challenges anyone to a fight to test its fighting spirit. Hitmontop. It spins like a top to kick. The centrifugal force boosts its destructive power by 10 times. Smoochum. It kisses everything to understand texture and temperature. Its lips are the most sensitive part. Elekid. It spins its arms to generate electricity. If you hear a storm coming, Elekid is nearby. Magby. Its body temperature is 1100 degrees. It breathes small embers when it is happy. Miltank. Its milk is packed with nutrition. Drinking it can heal a sick person instantly. Blissey. It senses sadness with its fur. It will rush to anyone feeling down and share a lucky egg. Raikou. The thunder Pokémon. It carries storm clouds on its back and runs at the speed of lightning. Entei. The volcano Pokémon. Its bark sounds like an erupting crater. It is born when a new volcano appears. Suicune. The aurora Pokémon. It races across the world to purify polluted water. It rides the north wind. Larvitar. It eats soil to grow. It will consume an entire mountain before it falls asleep to evolve. Pupitar. Its shell is hard as bedrock. Inside, it is thrashing around, waiting to become a titan. Tyranitar. Its body cannot be harmed. It summons sandstorms to hide itself and destroys mountains in its path. Lugia. The guardian of the seas. It suppresses its power at the bottom of the ocean to avoid causing destruction. Ho-Oh. Its feathers glow in 7 colors. Seeing it is said to promise eternal happiness. Celebi. The voice of the forest. It travels through time, leaving flourishing grass and trees wherever it goes.
Trico. It has small hooks on the bottom of its feet that allow it to scale vertical walls. It senses humidity with its tail to predict rain. Grovyle. The leaves growing out of its body allow it to camouflage perfectly in the jungle. It leaps from branch to branch with ninja-like agility. Sceptile. The seeds on its back are packed with nutrients. It nurtures the forest trees with great care. Its leaves are sharp as swords. Torchic. A fire burns inside its body, keeping it warm to the touch. If attacked, it spits out fireballs of 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. Combuskin. Its legs possess incredible power. It can kick fully grown trees down. It fights with a blistering combination of kicks and pecks. Blaziken. Flames spout from its wrists when it punches. It can leap over a 30-story building in a single bound. Mudkip. The fin on its head acts as a highly sensitive radar. It can crush boulders larger than itself with its incredible strength. Marsh tongue. Its body is covered in a slimy film that keeps its skin moist on land. It plays in the mud at the water's edge. Swampert. Its vision is crystal clear even in muddy water. It can drag a large ship while swimming. It predicts storms by sensing the waves. Poochyena. It chases prey until the victim becomes exhausted. However, if the prey strikes back, Poochyena may turn and run. Mightyena. It gives obvious signals with its tail when it is ready to attack. They hunt in packs with perfect teamwork. Zigzagoon. It walks in zigzag patterns because it is extremely curious. It is always looking for items buried in the grass. Linoon. It can run up to 60 miles per hour, but only in a straight line. If it turns, it loses speed and balance. Wurmple. It loves to eat sap. The spikes on its rear are sharp and secrete poison to deter bird Pokémon. Silcoon. It anchors itself to a branch with silk. It peers out through the silk, waiting for its evolution while drinking dew. Beautifly. Its mouth is a coiled needle. It aggressively jabs at flowers to suck pollen, often driving other Pokémon away. Cascoon. Its silk body hardens over time. Inside, it endures intense heat as its cells restructure into a moth. Dustox. It is attracted to streetlights at night. It scatters toxic dust from its wings that creates a powerful itch. Lotad. Its leaf is too heavy for it to live on land for long. It floats on the water surface to photosynthesize. Lombre. It is nocturnal. It loves to startle anglers by tugging on their fishing lines from underwater. Ludicolo. Hearing upbeat music makes its cells active. It begins dancing uncontrollably, shaking its body to the rhythm. Seedot. It looks exactly like an acorn. It hangs from branches to suck moisture from the tree. Nuzleaf. It makes a flute-like sound by blowing through the leaf on its head. The sound strikes fear into those lost in the forest. Shifttree. It creates windstorms with its large leaf fans. It is said to arrive on chilly winter winds. Talo. It has a gutsy spirit. It will stand up to even the largest Skarmory to protect its territory. Swellow. It dives at a steep angle to snatch prey from the water. It takes great pride in its glossy feathers. Wingull. It rides updrafts rising from the sea. It carries food in its beak to hide in various locations. Pelipper. It acts as a delivery service for small Pokémon, carrying them safely inside its massive beak. Ralts. It senses the emotions of people. If its trainer is happy, Ralts will dance joyfully. Kirlia. It stands on its tiptoes. Its psychic power can create a rip in the dimensions to see the future. Gardevoir. It will expend all its psychic energy to create a small black hole to protect its trainer. Surskit. It skates across the water surface. The oil on the tips of its feet repels water, keeping it afloat. Masquerain. The large patterns on its wings look like angry eyes. It intimidates enemies to escape. Shroomish. It prefers damp places. If it senses danger, it shakes its body to scatter toxic spores from its head. Breloom. Its short arms stretch when it punches. Its technique is equal to that of a pro boxer. Slackoff. It spends 20 hours a day sleeping. Its heart only beats once every minute. Vigoroth. It cannot sit still. Its blood boils with energy, forcing it to run wild through the jungle. Slaking, the laziest Pokémon. It eats grass within its reach and only moves when there is no more food left. Nincada. It lives underground for years, feeding on tree roots. Its eyes are nearly blind from living in the dark. Ninjask. It moves so fast that it is invisible. Its cry is a constant buzzing sound that gives people headaches. Shedinja. A discarded shell that came to life.
Looking into the hollow hole on its back is said to steal your soul. Whismer. Usually quiet, but if startled, it cries loudly. It inhales through its ear canals to cry continuously. Loudred. Its round ears act as loudspeakers. Its bellowing voice can tip over trucks and shatter windows. Exploud. It communicates with others by emitting sounds from the tubes all over its body. Its roar triggers earthquakes. Makuhita. It toughens its body by slamming into thick trees. It never gives up, no matter how many times it falls. Hariyama. Its arm thrusts can snap telephone poles. It loves to test its strength against moving trains. Azuriel. Its tail is filled with nutrients. It bounces on its rubbery tail to play and move around. Nosepass. Its nose is a magnet. It always faces north. Travelers use it as a compass. Skitty. It is fascinated by moving objects. It chases its own tail until it gets dizzy and falls over. Delcatty. It prefers to live freely without a permanent nest. It sleeps anywhere it wants, unaffected by others' schedules. Sableye. It lives in caves and eats gemstones. Its eyes have turned into jewels from its crystal diet.
Mawile. Its docile face is a trap. It lures prey close, then clamps down with its massive steel jaws formed from horns. Aeron. It eats iron ore to build its steel armor. Construction workers dislike it because it eats railroad tracks. Leiron. It shows off its strength by sparking its steel body against rocks. It fights for territory in the mountains. Agron. It claims an entire mountain as its own. It tirelessly plants trees and restores the environment it protects. Metatite. It meditates for hours to heighten its spiritual energy. It eats just one berry a day. Metacham. Through yoga, it hones its sixth sense. It can detect the aura of its opponents to dodge attacks effortlessly. Electrike. It runs faster than the human eye can track. The friction from running generates electricity in its fur. Manectric. It discharges electricity from its mane. It creates thunderclouds above its head to drop lightning bolts. Plusle. It cheers for its partners with sparks. If its partner loses, it cries loudly. Minun. It hates water. When it cheers for a teammate, its body emits a shower of sparks. Volbeat. It communicates with Illuminice by flashing its tail light in complex geometric patterns. Illuminice. Its sweet aroma attracts a swarm of Volbeat. It conducts the swarm to draw signs in the night sky. Rosalia. It shoots sharp thorns at anyone who tries to steal the flowers on its arms. Its scent relaxes people. Gulpin. Its stomach acid can dissolve scrap iron. Its heart and brain are very small to make room for its stomach. Swalot. It swallows everything whole. It sweats toxic fluids from its pores that can weaken enemies instantly. Carvania. They swarm any intruder in the river. Its jaws can tear through boat hulls. Sharpedo, the bully of the sea. Its skin is rough like sandpaper. It swims at 75 miles per hour by jetting water. Whalmer. It stores water inside its body to transform into a ball. It bounces on beaches to play. Wailord, the largest of all Pokémon. It herds prey by leaping out of the water and creating a massive splash. Numble. Magma boils inside its hump. If it gets wet, the magma cools and hardens, slowing it down. Camerupt. It has volcanoes on its back. Every 10 years, or when it is angry, the volcanoes erupt violently.
Torkoal. It burns coal inside its shell. It blows out black smoke from its nostrils and the top of its shell. Spoink. It bounces on its tail to keep its heart beating. If it stops bouncing, it dies. Grumpig. It uses black pearls to amplify its psychic power. It does a strange dance to control its foes. Spinda. No two Spinda have the same spot pattern. Its stumbling walk makes it impossible to aim at. Trapinch. It builds a conical pit in the desert sand. It waits patiently at the bottom for prey to fall in. Vibrava. It generates ultrasonic waves by vibrating its wings. The sound can cause headaches in people nearby. Flygon, the desert spirit. It hides in sandstorms it creates. The flapping of its wings sounds like singing. Cacnea, it lives in arid deserts. It releases a strong aroma from its flower to attract prey, then shoots thorns. Cotturn, groups of them follow travelers in the desert at night, waiting for the traveler to collapse from exhaustion. Swablu, it has wings like cotton clouds. It loves to land on people's heads and pretend to be a hat. Altaria, it hums in a soprano voice. It flies gracefully through the clouds, looking like a fluffy cumulus cloud itself. Zangoose, its feud with Seviper has lasted for generations. Its sharp claws are its greatest weapon. Seviper, it sharpens its sword-like tail on rocks. It wraps around Zangoose to deliver a poisonous bite. Lunatone, it becomes active under a full moon. Its red eyes glow, filling anyone who sees them with dread. Solrock, it absorbs solar energy during the day. It spins its body to release intense heat and light. Barboach, its slimy body is hard to grasp. It hides in the mud, leaving only its whiskers exposed. Whiscash, it claims a large swamp as its territory. If its domain is threatened, it thrashes about, causing tremors. Corfish, it was brought from overseas as a pet. It adapted to the wild and multiplied rapidly. Crawdaunt, a ruffian that loves to fight. It uses its pincers to throw other Pokémon out of its pond. Baletoy, it moves by spinning on its single foot. Ancient people discovered it in ruins. Claydol, it sleeps while hovering in mid-air. Its arms are separate from its body, held by psychic power. Lileep, extinct for millions of years, it disguises itself as seaweed to ambush prey. Cradley, it drags its heavy body along the seafloor. It extends its neck to catch prey in the rocks. Anorith, an ancestor of modern bug Pokémon. It swims by undulating the 8 wings on its sides. Armaldo, its armor can withstand any attack. It hunts on land and in the ocean with its giant claws. Feebas, it is ragged and sloppy. Because of its appearance, it is often ignored by researchers and trainers alike. Milotic, the most beautiful Pokémon. Its scales shine in 7 colors, changing depending on the viewing angle. Castform, its appearance changes with the weather. Its body is made of cells that are exactly like water molecules. Kecleon, it changes its body color to blend in with its surroundings. Only the zigzag pattern on its belly remains visible. Shuppet, it feeds on dark emotions like envy and malice. It wanders through cities at night seeking grudges. Bennett, a doll that became a Pokémon over its grudge of being thrown away. It sticks pins into its own body to generate energy. Duskull, it can pass through any wall. Once it chooses a target, it will pursue them until the break of dawn. Dusclops, its body is completely hollow. It is said that its body is like a black hole. Nothing it eats ever comes back out. Tropius, bunches of delicious fruit grow around its neck. It flies by flapping the broad leaves on its back. Chimecho, it floats on the wind. Its cries echo inside its hollow body to create beautiful ringing notes. Absol, it appears when it senses an impending natural disaster. People mistook it for the cause of the disaster. Why not? They gather in groups to squeeze up against each other. This builds endurance and fighting spirit. Snorunt, it survives on snow and ice. It is said that a home visited by a Snorunt will prosper for generations. Glalie, it has a body of ice that won't melt even in fire. It freezes moisture in the air to armor itself. Spheal, it rolls across ice floes to move because its body is too round to walk well. Celio, it has the habit of spinning round objects on its nose. It crushes prey with its powerful tusks. Walrein, its thick blubber repels enemy attacks. It can break 10 tons of ice with one blow of its tusks. Clamperl, it makes a single pearl during its lifetime. This pearl amplifies psychic power. Huntail,
It lives in the deep sea darkness. It lures prey with a fish-shaped tail that glows like a lure. Gorbis. Its pink body is elegant, but it is cruel. It inserts its thin mouth into prey and drains their body fluids. Relicanth. A living fossil. It has not changed its form for 100 million years, surviving in the deep ocean pressure. Love Disc. It lives in warm seas. Couples who find this Pokemon are said to be blessed with eternal love. Bagon. It dreams of flying. It headbutts rocks daily to toughen its head, wishing to grow wings. Shelgon. Inside its hard shell, its cells are changing rapidly. It eats nothing, waiting for evolution. Salamence. Its long-held dream of flying has finally come true. It soars on wings of blood-red scales. Beldum. Instead of blood, a magnetic force flows through its body. It communicates with others via magnetic pulses. Metang. Two Beldums fused together. Its steel body won't scratch even if it collides with a jet plane. Metagross. It has 4 brains that are connected by a complex neural network. It is smarter than a supercomputer. Regirock. Its entire body is made of rocks. If it gets damaged, it repairs itself by attaching new rocks. Regice. Its body was made during the Ice Age. It controls air of -328 degrees Fahrenheit. Registeel. Its metal body is harder than any known metal on Earth. It is hollow inside, but no one knows what it eats. Latias. It can refract light to make itself invisible. It is highly intelligent and understands human speech. Latios. It can fly faster than a jet. By folding its arms, it minimizes air resistance to reach supersonic speeds. Kyogre. The sea basin Pokemon. Legend says it expanded the seas by causing torrential rains and tidal waves. Groudon. The continent Pokemon. It raised lands and expanded continents by evaporating water with intense heat. Rayquaza. It lives in the ozone layer, far above the clouds. It descends only to stop the fighting of Kyogre and Groudon. Jirachi. It awakens for 7 days every 1,000 years. It is said to grant any wish written on the tags on its head. Deoxys. An alien virus that fell to Earth on a meteor. It can change its form to adapt to any battle.
Turdwig. Its shell is made of earth. The seedling on its back wilts if it is thirsty. Grottle. It lives in forests by water. It knows where clean water springs are and carries fellow Pokemon on its back. Torterra. Small Pokemon build nests on its shell. Ancient people thought a giant Torterra carried the world. Chimchar. The gas made in its belly burns in its rear. The fire goes out when it sleeps. Monferno. It uses ceilings and walls to launch aerial attacks. Its fiery tail keeps foes at a distance. Infernape. Its crown of fire reflects its fiery nature. It uses a special martial art involving all its limbs. Piplup. It is proud and hates to accept food from people. Its thick down protects it from the cold. Prinplup. Its wings deliver blows that can snap thick trees. It lives alone, apart from others. Empoleon. It swims as fast as a jet boat. Its wings have edges sharp enough to cleave through ice drifts. Starly. They flock in great numbers. Though small, they flap their wings with great power. Staravia. It flies around forests and fields in search of bug Pokemon. Groups clash over territory.
Staraptor. It has a savage nature. It will courageously challenge foes that are much larger. Bidoof. It constantly gnaws on logs and rocks to grind down its front teeth. It is more agile than it looks. Bibarel. It makes its nest by damming streams with bark and mud. It is known as an industrious worker. Kricketot. It shakes its head to make a metallic sound. When many gather, they sound like a xylophone. Cricketune. It signals its emotions with its melodies. Scientists are studying its improvisational songs. Shinx. All of its fur dazzles if danger is sensed. It flees while the foe is blinded. Luxio. Its claws release enough electricity to faint a foe. It lives in small groups. Luxray. It has eyes that can see through anything. It spots prey hiding behind walls. Bidoof. It keeps its bud closed during the winter. When it opens in spring, it releases toxic pollen. Roserade. It lures prey with a sweet scent, then attacks with thorny whips hidden in its arms. Cranidos. It lived in jungles 100 million years ago. Its skull is as hard as iron. Rampardos. Its skull withstands any impact. It creates a path by smashing through the jungle trees. Shielded. It polishes its face against tree trunks. It is vulnerable to attacks from behind. Bastiodon. When attacked, they form a wall with their shield-like faces to protect their young. Burmy. To shelter itself from cold, winds, and bird Pokémon, it makes a cloak of branches or leaves. Wormadam. Its appearance changes depending on where it evolved. Its cloak is fused to its body. Mothim. It does not have a nest. It flies over fields and mountains in constant search of floral honey. Combi. It collects and carries honey to its colony. At night, they cluster to form a beehive. Vespiquen. It houses its grubs in the honeycomb on its body. It releases pheromones to command them. Pachirisu. It creates static electricity with its fur. It stores berries in tree holes. Buizel. It inflates its flotation sac to swim. It spins its two tails like a screw to propel itself.
Floatzel. It floats using its well-developed flotation sac. It assists in the rescues of drowning people. Cherubi. The small ball holds nutrients. It is sweet and tasty, so bird Pokémon try to peck it off. Charim. During times of strong sunlight, its folded petals open and it becomes active. Shellos. Its shape and color change depending on its environment. It oozes a purple liquid. Gastrodon. It has a pliable body without bones. If any part of its body is torn off, it grows right back. Ambipom. It works in large colonies. It uses its tails to peel nuts and pass them to others. Drifloon. It is whispered that any child who mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds onto it could vanish. Driftblim. It carries people and Pokémon when it flies, but since it drifts on the wind, it may end up anywhere. Bunyeri. It slams foes with its rolled-up ears. When it senses danger, it perks them up. Lopunny. Extremely cautious, it cloaks its body with its fluffy ear fur when it senses danger. Mismagius. Its cries sound like incantations. Those hearing it are tormented by headaches and hallucinations. Haunchcrow. It is merciless by nature. It summons a flock of Murkrow with a deep cry. Glameow. It hides its spiteful nature behind a cute face. If it is unhappy, it scratches. Purugly. It binds its body with its twin tails to make itself look bigger. It is brazen and surly. Chingling. It emits a high-frequency cry by vibrating its orb. The sound silences its attackers. Stunky. It sprays a foul fluid from its rear. The stench spreads over a mile radius. Skunktank. It sprays a stinky fluid from its tail. The fluid smells worse the longer it is allowed to fester. Bronzor. Ancient people believed that the pattern on its back contained a mysterious power. Bronzong. One caused a news story when it was dug up at a construction site after a 2,000-year sleep. Bonsley. It looks like a small tree, but it is actually a rock. It cries to expel moisture. Mime Jr. It mimics the expressions and motions of those it sees to understand the feelings of others. Happiny. It loves round, white stones. It carries one in its pouch to imitate Chansey. Chattit. Its tongue is similar to a human's.
It mimics the speech of people to trick them into thinking it is one of them. Spiritomb, a Pokémon formed by 108 spirits. It is bound to a fissure in an odd keystone to keep its mischief in check. Gibble. It nests in small holes in cave walls. It pounces on prey that strays too close with its gaping mouth. Gabite. It loves shiny things. It hoards gems in its nest. Its scales are used to make traditional medicine. Garchomp. It flies at speeds equal to a jet fighter plane. It never allows its prey to escape. Munchlax. It hides food under its long fur. It forgets about the food and causes it to rot. Riolu. It has the peculiar power of being able to see emotions like joy and rage in the form of waves. Lucario. By catching the aura emanating from others, it can read their thoughts and movements. Hippopotas. It shuts its nostrils tight, then travels through sand as if walking. It forms colonies of 10. Hippowdon. It is surprisingly quick to anger. It holds its mouth open to display its formidable strength. Skorupi. It grips prey with its tail claws and injects poison. It tenaciously hangs on until the poison takes effect. Drapion. Possessing a sturdy build, it takes pride in its strength, taking down foes without using toxins. Krogunk. Its cheeks hold poison sacs. It tries to catch foes off guard to jab them with toxic fingers. Toxicroak. It has a poison sac at its throat. When it croaks, the stored poison is churned for more potency. Carnivine. It binds itself to trees in marshes. It attracts prey with its sweet-smelling saliva, then chomps down. Finneon. The line running down its side can store sunlight. It shines vividly at night. Lumineon. It lives on the deep sea floor. It attracts prey by flashing the patterns on its 4 tail fins. Mantai. A friendly Pokémon that captures the subtle flows of seawater using its 2 antennae. Snover. It lives on snowy mountains. Having little contact with humans, it is very curious about them. Abominasnow. It whips up blizzards to hide itself. It is the abominable snowman of the ice mountains.
Weavile. They live in cold regions, forming groups of 4 or 5 that hunt prey with impressive coordination. Magnezone. It evolved from exposure to a special magnetic field. 3 units generate magnetism. Licky Licky. It wraps things with its extendable tongue. Getting too close to it will leave you soaked in saliva. Rhyperior. It puts rocks in holes in its palms and uses its muscles to shoot them. Geodude are shot at rare times. Tangrowth. It ensnares prey by extending arms made of vines. Losing arms to predators is no trouble. Electivire. It pushes the tips of its 2 tails against the foe, then lets loose with over 20,000 volts of power. Magmortar. It blasts fireballs of over 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit from the ends of its arms. It lives in volcanic craters. Togekiss. It shares many blessings with people who respect one another's rights and avoid needless strife. Yanmega. By churning its wings, it creates shockwaves that inflict critical internal injuries to foes. Leafeon. Just like a plant, it uses photosynthesis. As a result, it is always surrounded by clean air. Glaceon. As a protective technique, it can completely freeze its fur to make its hairs stand like needles. Gliscor. It observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. Mamoswine. A frozen one was dug up from soil dating back 10,000 years. It woke up to much amazement. Porygon Z. Additional software was installed to make it a better Pokémon. It began acting oddly, however. Gallade. A master of courtesy and swordsmanship, it fights using extending swords on its elbows. Probopass. It controls 3 small units called mini-noses using magnetic force. Dusknoir. The antenna on its head captures radio waves from the world of spirits that command it to take people there. Froslass.
It freezes foes with an icy breath nearly -60 degrees Fahrenheit. What seems to be its body is actually hollow. Rotom. Its body is composed of plasma. It is known to infiltrate electronic devices and wreak havoc. Uxie. Known as the being of knowledge, it is said that it can wipe out the memory of those who see its eyes. Mesprit. Known as the being of emotion, it taught humans the nobility of sorrow, pain, and joy. Azelf. Known as the being of willpower, it sleeps at the bottom of a lake to keep the world in balance. Dialga. A legendary Pokémon of time. It is said that time flows when Dialga's heart beats. Palkia, a legendary Pokémon of space. It is said that space becomes more stable with Palkia's every breath. Heatran, its body is made of rugged steel. However, it is partially melted in spots because of its own intense heat. Regigigas, there is an enduring legend that states this Pokémon towed continents with ropes. Giratina. It was banished for its violence. It silently gazes upon the old world from the distortion world. Cresselia. Shiny particles are released from its wings like a veil. It is said to represent the crescent moon. Phione. It drifts in warm seas. It always returns to the place where it was born, no matter the distance. Manaphy. It is born with a wondrous power that lets it bond with any kind of Pokémon. Darkrai. It chases people and Pokémon from its territory by causing them to experience deep, nightmarish sleep. Shaman. It can dissolve toxins in the air to instantly transform ruined land into a lush field of flowers. Arceus. It is described in mythology as the Pokémon that shaped the universe with its 1,000 arms.
Victini. It creates an infinite supply of energy inside its body. It shares this power with those who touch it. Snivy. It absorbs sunlight with its tail. When it is not well, its tail droops. It moves with nobility. Servine. It runs along the ground as if sliding. Its swift movements confuse its foes before it wraps them with vines. Serperior. It only gives its all against strong opponents. Its glare can stop the movements of those who look into its eyes. Tepig. It blows fire through its nose. When it catches a cold, the fire becomes pitch black smoke. Pignite. When its internal fire flares up, its movements grow sharper and faster. It loves to eat roasted berries. Embor. A warrior with a beard of blue flames. It has mastered fighting moves that utilize its massive bulk and intense. Oshawott. The scowl chop on its stomach is made from the same element as claws. It detaches it to use as a blade. Dewott. Strict training is how it learns its flowing double scowl chop technique. It cares deeply for its weapons. Samurott. One swing of the sword incorporated in its armor can fell an opponent. A simple glare quiets the howling ocean. Patrat. Extremely cautious. They take turns keeping watch. They store food in their cheek pouches.
Watchog. The parents on its body shine to intimidate enemies. It possesses night vision to see in the dark. Lilipop. The long hair on its face provides an amazing radar. It bravely faces strong opponents, but knows when to flee. Hardier. Its black cape-like fur is very hard and decreases the amount of damage it takes from attacks. Stoutland. It rescues people stranded in blizzards. Its long fur protects it from the freezing cold. Purloin. It steals from people for fun, but its victims can't help but forgive it because of its charming act. Liepard. It stalks targets silently and attacks from behind. Its beautiful form conceals a cruel nature. Pansage. It dwells deep in the forest. Eating a leaf from its head takes away weariness. Simisage. Ill-tempered, it fights by swinging its tail, which is tipped with thorns. Pansear. When it is angered, the temperature of its head tuft reaches over 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Simisear. It loves sweets because they become energy for the fire burning inside its body. Panpour.
The water stored inside the tuft on its head is full of nutrients. It waters plants with its tail.
Simipour. It prefers places with clean water. When its tuft runs low, it replenishes it by siphoning water with its tail. Muna. It eats the dreams of people and Pokemon. If it eats a happy dream, it expels pink mist. Musharna. The dream mist coming from its forehead changes into many different colors depending on the dream it ate. Pidove. These Pokemon live in cities. They're not very bright and often fail to understand commands. Tranquil. No matter where in the world it goes, it knows where its nest is, so it never gets separated. Unpheasant. The male swings its head plumage to threaten opponents. The female's flying abilities surpass the male's. Blitzel. Its mane shines when it discharges electricity. They use the frequency of flashing to communicate. Zeb Striker. They have lightning-fast movements. When they run at full speed, the sound of thunder echoes. Roggenrola. Its ear is hexagonal. It was found in a fissure in the ground after a great earthquake 100 years ago. Bulldor. Because its energy overflows, orange crystals have grown on its body. It looks for underground water. Gigalith. The crystals on its body are bright turquoise. It absorbs solar rays and shoots them out as energy blasts. Woobat. It lives in dark forests and caves. It emits ultrasonic waves from its nose to probe surroundings. Swoobat. It shakes its tail vigorously when it emits ultrasonic waves strong enough to destroy concrete. Drillbur. It makes its way swiftly through the soil by putting its claws together and rotating at high speed. Excadrill. It can help in tunnel construction. Its steel claws and drill head can bore through iron plates. Audino. Shiny. Its purple body is rare. Its hearing is so acute it can hear a pebble rolling over a mile away. Timber. It fights by swinging a piece of lumber. It loves helping construction workers. Girder. It shows off its muscles to its friends. Its steel beam is a sign of its strength. Conkeldurr. It uses concrete pillars as walking canes. It creates concrete superior to any man-made cement. Timepole. They warn others of danger by vibrating their cheeks to create a high-pitched sound. Palpitoad. It lives in the water and on land. It uses its long, sticky tongue to capture prey. Seismitoad. It shoots paralyzing liquid from its head bumps. It vibrates the bumps to increase its punching power.
Throw. When it tightens its belt, it becomes stronger. It throws opponents larger than itself with ease. Sock. The sound of sock punching boulders and trees can be heard all the way from the mountains. Swaddle. It chews on leaves to make clothes for itself. It produces silk from its mouth to sew. Swadloon. It wraps itself in leaves to protect against the cold. It eats fallen leaves on the forest floor. Levani. Upon finding a small Pokemon, it weaves clothing for it from leaves using its sticky silk. Venepidine. Its bite injects a potent poison. It uses the feelers on its head and tail to sense vibrations. Whirlipede. It is protected by a hard shell. It spins its body like a wheel to crash into enemies. Scolipede. It clasps its prey with the claws on its neck until they cannot move. Then it finishes them off with poison. Cottony. When attacked, it escapes by shooting cotton from its body. It drifts on the wind. Whimsicott. It appears on the wind. It slips through the smallest gaps in houses and leaves white fluff behind. Petilil. The leaves on its head are very bitter. Eating one of these leaves instantly refreshes a tired body. Lilligant. The fragrance of the flower on its head relaxes anyone who smells it. It is popular with celebrities. Basculin. Red and blue Basculin do not get along. They fight constantly to claim territory in the river. Sandile. It lives buried in the sands of the desert. The sun-warmed sand keeps its body temperature high. Crocorock.
The special membrane covering its eyes detects heat, allowing it to see its prey in the dark. Crocodile. Its jaws are so powerful they can crush an automobile. It patiently waits for prey in the sand. Darumaka. When it sleeps, it tucks its limbs into its body. It cannot be tipped over even if pushed. Darmanitan. Its internal fire burns at 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. If it sustains damage, it turns into a stone statue to heal. Maractus. It uses an up-tempo song and dance to drive away the bird Pokemon that prey on its flower seeds. Dwebble. It makes a hole in a suitable rock. If the rock breaks, it won't calm down until it finds a replacement. Crustle. Its shell is a heavy slab of bedrock. It possesses leg strength capable of carrying this weight for days. Scraggy. It stretches its baggy skin up to its neck to protect itself. The skin is rubbery and prevents damage.
Scrafty. It protects its family from danger by kicking opponents while pulling up its loose skin as a shield. Sigilif. The guardians of an ancient city. They patrol the same route every day to protect their territory. Yamask. Each of them carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. Sometimes they look at it and cry. Caphagrigus. It pretends to be an elaborate coffin. If grave robbers get too close, it swallows them whole. Turtoga. An ancient turtle restored from fossils. It dives to depths of 1,000 meters to hunt. Caracosta. Its shell is as hard as steel. It drags prey from the water onto land to finish them off. Archon. It is the ancestor of all bird Pokemon. It glides from trees but cannot fly properly yet. Archeops. It runs better than it flies. It takes off by running at 25 miles per hour to build momentum. Trubbish. Born from a chemical reaction between garbage bags and industrial waste, it emits a noxious burp. Garbodor. It consumes garbage to grow. The poison generated in its body is sprayed from its fingertips. Zorua. It changes into the form of a child to search for food. It is cowardly and uses illusions to hide. Zoroark, the master of illusions. It creates realistic hallucinations to protect its pack, hiding its true purple form. Minchino. It loves cleanliness. It uses its tail as a broom to sweep its habitat all day long. Cinchino. Its fur is coated in a special oil that repels attacks. The fur feels amazing to the touch. Gothita. It stares intently at everything. It is said that it sees something invisible to humans. Gotharita. They use hypnosis to control people and Pokemon. Stories say they spirit people away at night. Gothitelle. It can see the future from the movement of the stars. It knows the lifespan of its trainer. Solacis. Its body is covered in a green fluid that protects it from any environment. It communicates telepathically. Duosin. Its two brains think the same thoughts. When they combine, its psychic power is maximized. Reuniclus, a rare blue variant. It crushes boulders by controlling its jelly-like arms with psychic power. Ducklet. It is a strong swimmer. When attacked, it splashes water to create a cloud of mist and escape. Swanna. It is elegant but strong. It flies thousands of miles without resting, dancing in the sky. Vanillite. It sleeps buried in snow. Its breath is minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Vanillish. It creates large ice crystals to hide itself from enemies. It lives in snowy mountains. Vanillux. If both heads get angry, it blows a blizzard that buries its surroundings in snow. Deerling. The scent of its hide changes with the seasons. It moves in herds to avoid danger. Sawsbuck. The plants growing on its horns change according to the season. They are very majestic. Emolga. It glides using its cape-like membrane while discharging electricity. It cooks berries with electric shocks. Coroblast. It spits a liquid to melt the shell of Shelmet. It targets Shelmet to evolve. Escavalier.
It wears the shell stolen from Shelmet as armor. It flies around at high speed, spearing foes. Fungus. It mimics a Pokeball to lure prey. It sprays toxic spores at anyone who tries to touch it. Amoonguss. It moves slowly towards prey. It shows off its Pokeball patterns to lure victims close. Frillish. It paralyzes prey with poison stored in its veil-like arms, then drags them down to its lair.
Jellicent. Its body is mostly seawater. Ships that wander into its territory are said to vanish forever. Alamamola. Its special membrane heals wounds. It embraces injured Pokémon and cures them. Joltik. It attaches itself to larger Pokémon to suck static electricity. It is too small to generate its own power. Galvantula. It spins an electrified web. It waits for prey to get tangled and shocked before eating. Ferroseed. It spins to shoot spikes at enemies. It absorbs minerals from the rocks in caves. Ferrothorn. It hangs from cave ceilings. It attacks prey underneath by shooting steel spikes. Clink. Two bodies are linked. A predetermined rhythm generates the energy they need to live. Clang. It spins its gears at high speed to launch gears at its enemies. It communicates by the sound of meshing gears. Cling Clang. The red core functions as an energy tank. It spins the gear with the red core at high speed to charge energy. Dynamo. While one alone has weak power, a school of them creates a discharge as strong as lightning. Electric. It wraps itself around its prey to paralyze them with electricity, then eats them whole.
Electros. They crawl out of the ocean using their arms. They will attack prey on shore and drag them into the ocean. L-Gem. It controls incredible psychic power. It uses the lights on its hands to communicate. Beheeyem. It uses psychic power to control an opponent's brain and manipulate their memories. Litwick. It shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokémon, which becomes the fuel that it burns. Lampent. It arrives near the moment of death and steals the spirit from the body. It hangs around hospitals. Chandelure. Being consumed in Chandelure's flame burns up the spirit, leaving the body behind as an empty shell. Axew. It crushes berries with its tusks. The tusks will grow back if they break, becoming sharper each time. Fracture. A broken tusk will not grow back, so it watches its opponent's moves carefully before attacking. Haxorus. Its tusks are incredibly destructive. They can cut through a steel beam as if it were paper. Cubju. Its nose is always running. It sniffs the snot back up to create the raw material for its ice attacks. Bearactic. It freezes its breath to create fangs and claws of ice to fight. It lives in cold northern seas. Cryogonal. Born in snow clouds, it uses chains made of ice crystals to capture its prey. Shelmet. It closes the lid of its shell to defend itself. It can spit a sticky, poisonous liquid. Axelgore. Having removed its heavy shell, it becomes very light and can fight with ninja-like movements. Stunfisk. It buries itself in mud of the seashore. If you step on it, you will be paralyzed by electricity. Mienfoo. It masters elegant combos. As it concentrates, its attacks become sharper and faster. Mienshao. It wields the fur on its arms like a whip. Its attacks are so fast they are invisible to the naked eye. Drudagon. It warms its body in the sun. If its body temperature falls, it cannot move. Golett. Ancient science fashioned this Pokémon from clay. It has been active for thousands of years. Golurk. It flies across the sky at Mach speed. Removing the seal on its chest makes its internal energy go out of control. Pawniard. Blades comprise this Pokémon's entire body. If battling harms the blades, it wets them on stones. Bisharp. It leads a group of Pawniard. It battles other Bisharps to determine the leader of the pack.
Buffalant. They charge wildly and headbutt everything. Their fluffy fur absorbs damage from headbutts. Ruffling. It will challenge anything, even strong opponents, without fear. Its bravery makes it stronger. Bravery. The more scars it has on its front, the more heroic it is considered to be by its peers. Vullaby. It protects its rear with a skull bone found in its nest. It chases weak Pokémon. Mandibuzz. It makes a nest out of the bones it finds. It is always searching for food for Vullaby. Heatmore. It breathes fire through its nose. It melts the iron bodies of Durant to eat their insides. Durant. They attack in groups, covering themselves in steel armor to protect against Heatmore. Dino. It cannot see, so it tackles and bites to learn about its surroundings. Its body is covered in wounds. Zweilous. The two heads do not get along. They fight each other for food, leaving them constantly hungry. Hydreigon. The heads on their arms do not have brains. They destroy everything that moves. Larvesta. It is said to have been born from the sun. It shoots fire from its 5 horns to repel enemies. Volcarona. When volcanic ash darkened the atmosphere, it is said that Volcarona's fire provided a replacement for the sun. Cobalion. It has a body and heart of steel. Its glare is sufficient to make unruly Pokémon obey. Terrakion. Its phenomenal power will destroy a castle wall in one blow. It protects Pokémon who have lost their home. Virizion. Its head sprouts horns as sharp as blades. It cuts enemies with whirlwind-like movements. Tornadus. The lower half of its body is wrapped in a cloud of energy. It zooms through the sky at 200 miles per hour. Thunderous. As it flies, it shoots lightning bolts. It causes forest fires, so it is disliked. Reshiram. This legendary Pokémon can scorch the world with fire. It helps those who want to build a world of truth. Zekrom. Concealing itself in lightning clouds, it flies through the UNOVA region. It creates a world of ideals. Landorus. The lands visited by Landorus remain fruitful for such a long time that it is called the Guardian of the Fields. Kyurem. It generates a powerful freezing energy inside itself, but its body became frozen when the energy leaked out. Keldeo. It crosses the world, running over the surfaces of oceans and rivers. It appears at beautiful waterfronts. Meloetta. Its melodies are sung with a special vocalization method that can control the feelings of those who hear it. Genesect. A Paleozoic Pokémon altered by Team Plasma. The cannon on its back is a weapon of modern science. Chespin. The quills on its head are usually soft. When it flexes them, the points become so hard and sharp they can pierce rock. Quilladin. It relies on its sturdy shell to deflect attacks. It counterattacks with its sharp quills without flinching. Chestnut. Its tackle is forceful enough to flip a 50-ton tank. It shields its allies from danger with its own body. Fennekin. Eating a twig fills it with energy, and its roomy ears give vent to air hotter than 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Braixen. It has a twig stuck in its tail. Friction from pulling the twig out lights it on fire for battle. Delphox. It gazes into the flame at the tip of its branch to achieve a focused state, which allows it to see into the future. Froakie. It protects its skin by covering its body in delicate bubbles. Beneath its happy-go-lucky air, it keeps a watchful eye. Frogadier. It can throw bubble-covered pebbles with precise control, hitting empty cans up to 100 feet away. Greninja. It creates throwing stars out of compressed water. When it spins them and throws them at high speed, these stars can split metal in two. Bunnelby. It uses its large ears to dig burrows. They are strong enough to chop through thick tree roots. Diggersby. With its powerful ears, it can lift a boulder weighing a ton. It lounges lazily after finishing its work. Fletchling. These friendly Pokémon send signals to one another with beautiful chirps and tail feather movements. Fletchinder. From its beak, it expels embers that set the tall grass on fire. Then it snatches prey that comes out. Talonflame. In the fever of an exciting battle, it showers embers from the gaps between its feathers and takes to the air. Scatterbug. When under attack from bird Pokémon, it spews a poisonous black powder that causes paralysis on contact. Spupa. It lives hidden within thicket shadows. When predators attack, it quickly bristles the fur covering its body to threaten them. Vivian. The patterns on this Pokémon's wings depend on the climate and topography of its habitat. It scatters colorful scales. Litleo. The stronger the opponent it faces, the more heat surges from its mane and the more power flows through its body. Pyroar. The male with the largest mane of fire is the leader of the pride. They violently threaten any challenger. Flababe. It draws out and controls the hidden power of flowers. It holds a flower for its entire life. Floette. It flutters around fields of flowers and cares for crops that are starting to wilt. It draws out the power of flowers.
Florges. It claims exquisite flower gardens as its territory, and it obtains power from basking in the energy emitted by flowering plants. Skiddo. Thought to be one of the first Pokémon to live in harmony with humans, it has a placid nature. Gogoat. It can tell how its trainer is feeling by the subtle grip on its horns. It navigates mountainous terrain with ease. Pancham. It does its best to be taken seriously by its enemies, but its glare is not sufficiently intimidating. Pangoro. It charges ahead and bashes its opponents like a berserker, uncaring about any hits it might take. Furfrou. Trimming its fluffy fur not only makes it more elegant, but also increases the swiftness of its movements. Esper. The organ that emits its intense psychic power is sheltered by its ears to keep power from leaking out. Meowstic. When in danger, it raises its ears and releases enough psychic power to grind a 10-ton truck to dust. On-Edge. Apparently, this Pokémon is born when a departed spirit inhabits a sword. It attaches itself to people and drinks their life force. Double Blade. When On-Edge evolves, it divides into two swords to cooperate in an attack. The complex attack patterns are impossible to dodge. Aegislash. Generations of kings were attended by these Pokémon, which used their spectral power to manipulate and control people and Pokémon. Spritzy. It emits a scent that enraptures those who smell it. This fragrance changes depending on what it has eaten. Aromatisse. Its scent is so overpowering that it can cause an opponent to lose the will to fight. Swirlix. To entangle its opponents in battle, it extrudes white threads as sweet and sticky as cotton candy. Slurpuff. It can distinguish the faintest of scents. It puts its sensitive sense of smell to use by helping pastry chefs. Inkay. The flashing lights on its body can drain the fighting spirit of any opponent. It floats without moving its tentacles. Malamar. It wields the most powerful hypnosis abilities of any Pokémon. It forces others to do its bidding. Binacle. Two Binacle live on one rock. If they disagree, one will move to a different rock. Barbaracle. 7 Binacle come together to form this Pokémon. The limbs move independently to attack. Skrelp. It disguises itself as rotting kelp. When prey approaches, it sprays liquid poison to finish them off. Dragalge. Its poison is strong enough to melt through the hull of a tanker. It claims territory in deep waters. Clauncher. It compresses water inside its claw and shoots it with the force of a pistol shot. Clauncer. Its massive claw launches cannonballs of water capable of piercing through tanker hulls. Helioptile. It creates electric energy by spreading its frills to the sun. It doesn't need to eat if it has sunlight. Heliolisk. It can run 100 yards in 5 seconds. It generates enough electricity to power a skyscraper. Tyrant. Its jaws are so powerful that it can crush a car. It throws a fit if it doesn't get what it wants. Tyrantrum. Before its extinction, it ruled the ancient world as a king. Its jaw strength is unmatched. Amora. It lived in cold lands where there were no violent predators.
It creates auroras in the night sky. Aurorus. Diamond-shaped ice crystals cover its body. It can freeze its enemies instantly with breath of -240 degrees. Sylveon. A rare blue variant. It sends a soothing aura from its ribbon-like feelers to calm fights. Hawlucha. It controls its position in the air with its wings. It attacks from above, a difficult maneuver to defend against. Dedenne. It uses its whiskers as antennas to send and receive electrical signals. It steals electricity from outlets. Carbink. Born from temperatures and pressures deep underground, it sleeps in caves, looking like a jewel. Goomy. The weakest dragon type. Its body is covered in a slimy membrane that makes punches slide off. Sliggoo. Its mucus can dissolve anything. It has no teeth, so it melts its prey before slurping them up. Goodra. It is very friendly. It loves to hug its trainer, leaving them covered in sticky slime. Klefki. It never lets go of a key that it likes. People give it the keys to their vaults for safekeeping. Phantump. These Pokémon are created when spirits possess rotten tree stumps. They imitate the voice of a child. Trevenant. This white-barked guardian traps people who harm the forest, never letting them leave. Pumpkaboo. It is said to carry wandering spirits to the place where they belong. Its body glows like a lantern. Gorgeist. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. It entangles foes with its hair-like arms. Bergmite. It blocks attacks with the ice on its back. It cools the air around it to -150 degrees. Avalugg. Its body is hard as steel. It crushes anything in its path, looking like a moving aircraft carrier made of ice. Noibat. It emits ultrasonic waves of 200,000 hertz. It uses these waves to stun large fruit before eating. Noivern. It flies through the dark of night. The ultrasonic waves from its ears can shatter boulders. Xerneas. When the horns on its head shine in 7 colors, it is said to be sharing everlasting life. Yveltal, the White Death. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life force of every living thing and turns into a cocoon. Zygarde. It monitors the ecosystem. When the ecosystem falls into disarray, it appears and reveals its secret power. Diancie, a sudden mutation of a carbink. Its pink, glimmering body is said to be the loveliest sight in the world. Hoopa. It gathers things it likes by passing them through its loop, which connects to a different dimension. Volcanion. It lets out billows of steam and disappears into the dense fog. Its steam can blow away a mountain.
Rowlet. It flies silently through the skies. It launches sharp feathers called quill arrows while flying or from its roost. Dartrix. A bit of a dandy, it spends its free time grooming its wings. Its throw is sharp enough to pierce a tree trunk. Decidueye. It knocks its arrow quills and shoots them. It is capable of piercing a pebble at a distance of 100 yards. Litten. Its fur is rich in oils and immensely flammable. It grooms itself with its tongue and then spits hairballs that burn. Torracat. The bell on its neck is actually a flame sack. The temperature of the bell rises when it gets excited. Incineroar. It has a violent, selfish disposition. It loves to fight and will ignore its trainer's orders if it's not in the mood. Poplio. It snorts body fluids from its nose, blowing balloons to smash into foes. It practices daily to make bigger balloons. Brionne. A skillful dancer. It creates balloons and dances in time with the others, mesmerizing its enemies. Primarina. Its singing voice controls its water balloons. It must maintain its voice to control the balloons during battle.
Pika-Peck. It can peck at a rate of 16 times a second to drill holes in trees. It uses the holes to store food. Trumbeak. It eats berries and stores the seeds in its beak. When it encounters enemies, it fires the seeds like bullets. Toucanon. Within its beak, its internal gas ignites, explosively launching seeds with enough power to pulverize boulders. Yungoos. Its stomach fills most of its torso. It wanders the same path every day, searching for food to satisfy its hunger. Gumshoes. When it finds a trace of its prey, it patiently stakes out the location, but it always falls asleep at night. Grubbin. It uses its strong jaw to scrape trees and slurp out the sap. It loves electricity and gathers near power plants. Charge-a-bug. Its body is a battery. It stores enough electricity to power a house for a whole day. Vikavolt. It zips around, on sharp lookout for an opening. It beams electricity from its mouth to attack enemies. Crab Brawler. It punches tree trunks to get berries. Its pincers are often torn off in fights, but they grow back. Crab Abominable. It aimed for the top but got lost and ended up on a snowy mountain. Its fur grew thick to survive the cold.
Oricorio. This Pokemon changes its form by sipping the nectar of certain flowers. Its dance creates different elemental attacks. Cutiefly. It feeds on the nectar and pollen of flowers. It can sense the auras of living things, seeking out happy emotions. Ribombee. It makes pollen puffs from nectar. Some puffs are nutritious, while others are highly toxic to enemies. Rockruff. It has a habit of biting to show affection. As it grows, its rocks become sharper and more dangerous.
Lycanroc, the dusk form. Possessing the traits of both midday and midnight forms, it remains intensely calm until the heat of battle, where its eyes glow red with fierce, hidden power.
Lycanroc, the midnight form. It goads its enemies into attacking, withstands the hits, and in return delivers a headbutt that crushes bones.
Lycanroc, the midday form. It disorients its enemies with its swift movements, then uses the sharp rocks in its mane to slash at them with lightning speed. Wishy-Washy, the solo form. Measuring barely 8 inches, this tiny Pokemon is so small and weak that its tear-like eyes often signal for help. Wishy-Washy, school form. But when they school together, they form a demon of the sea that even Gyarados is afraid of.
Mariani. It plunges the poison spike on its head into its prey. It loves to eat the branches of Corsola. Toxapex. It crawls along the ocean floor on its 12 legs. It leaves a trail of Corsola bits scattered in its wake. Mudbray. It loves playing in the mud. If it cannot shower in mud on a daily basis, it becomes stressed and disobeys. Mudsdale. Its legs are coated in heavy mud that dries into stone-hard armor. One kick can turn a car into scrap.
Dewpider. It carries a water bubble on its head to breathe on land. It headbutts enemies with the bubble. Araquanid. It delivers headbutts with the water bubble on its head. Small Pokemon get sucked into the bubble and drown. Fomantis. During the day, it sleeps under the bright sunlight to photosynthesize. It becomes active at night. Lurantis. It looks like a flower, but it is actually a bug. It maintains its vivid coloring to lure prey. Morello. It scatters spores that flicker and glow. If you see the lights in a forest, do not approach. Shionotic. It emits a flickering light that puts prey to sleep. It sucks their energy through its root-like fingertips. Salandit. The male does everything the female asks. The female releases pheromones to control the males. Salazzle. For some reason, only females have been found. It creates a reverse harem of male Salandit that it lives with. Stuffle. Despite its adorable appearance, it has terrifying strength. It hates being touched and will flail its arms. Beware. This Pokemon has the habit of hugging its companions. Many trainers have left this world after their spines were crushed.
Bounsweet. Its body gives off a sweet scent. It is often swallowed whole by bird Pokemon attracted to the smell. Steenie. The calyx on its head is harder than it looks. It plays with Bounsweet, bouncing them off its head. Serena. A Pokemon with high-class kicks. It laughs loudly as it stomps on its opponents with its long legs. Comfy. It picks flowers and carries them around. The ring of flowers releases a soothing scent that heals. Oranguru. It is known for its extreme intelligence. It has been seen using Pokeballs and commanding other Pokemon. Passimian. They form troops of 20. They battle by throwing hard berries at foes with perfect teamwork. Wimpod. It has a cowardly nature. If you approach it, it will immediately run away in a swarm. Golisopod.
It battles skillfully with its 6 arms. Its shell is as hard as diamond. It meditates in caves. Sandygast, born from a sand mound built by a child. It controls people to add more sand to its body. Palisand. It disguises itself as the sandcastle. Buried underneath are the bones of those who were drained of vitality.
Pyukumuku. It spits out its internal organs to attack. The slime on its body provides excellent sunburn protection. Type Null, a synthetic Pokémon created to battle Ultra Beasts. It wears a heavy mask to control its power. Silvally. It destroyed its own control mask. Its type changes depending on the memory disk inserted into its drive. Minior. It lives in the ozone layer. When its shell breaks, its lighter core is revealed and it falls to Earth. Kamala. It is born asleep and it dies asleep. All its movements are reactions to dreams. Turtonator. The shell on its back is chemically unstable and explodes when struck. It turns its back to enemies. Togedemaru. The long hairs on its back are lightning rods. It curls up to prick attackers with its electrified spines. Mimikyu. It wears a rag to look like Pikachu. It is said that a scholar who looked under the rag died from shock. Bruxish. It stuns prey with psychic waves emitted from the protuberance on its head, then grinds them with strong teeth. Drampa. It loves children. If a child it cares for is bullied, Drampa will burn the bully's house down.
Delmise. The seaweed is the actual Pokémon. It swings the heavy anchor to knock out large whales. Jangmo. It strikes its scales to communicate. The metallic sound echoes in the mountains. Hakamomo. It sheds its scales often. It fights to sharpen its spirit, clanging its scales to intimidate. Komomo. Its glittering scales drive away darkness. It delivers an uppercut that can send a foe flying. Tapu Koko. The guardian deity of Melemele Island. It is curious but fickle. It summons thunderclouds to store lightning. Tapu Lele. The guardian of Akala Island. It scatters glowing scales that heal injuries but can be dangerous in large amounts. Tapu Bulu. The guardian of Ula Ula Island. It can make vegetation grow. It creates wooden horns to skewer enemies. Tapu Fini. The guardian of Pony Island. It controls water. It creates a dense fog that confuses its enemies. Cosmo. Its body is gaseous and frail. It grows by absorbing light. Ancient people called it the child of the stars. Cosmoem. It is motionless as if dead. Its body is incredibly heavy, condensing the power of a star.
Solgaleo, the beast that devours the sun. Its body glows with a red, intense light, illuminating the darkest nights. Lunala, the beast that calls the moon. It absorbs light and converts it into energy, looking like a night sky. Nihilego, an ultra beast that resembles a jellyfish. It is a parasite that infects people and controls their minds. Buzzwole, an ultra beast with bulging muscles. Its mouth is hard like a diamond drill. Pheromosa, an ultra beast that refuses to touch anything in this world, sensing that everything is unclean. Circuitry, an ultra beast resembling a power line. It raids power plants to drain electricity. Celesteela, an ultra beast that looks like bamboo. It expels high-speed gas from its 2 arms to fly. Kartana, an ultra beast with a paper-thin body. Its edges are sharper than any sword in existence. Guzzlord, an ultra beast that eats everything. Mountains and buildings vanish inside its black hole mouth. Necrozma. It looks like it is sleeping underground. It is actually a remnant of a star that lost its light.
Magearna, an artificial Pokémon built 500 years ago. It understands human speech and can feel others' pain. Marshadow. It sinks into the shadows of others. It copies their movements and power, eventually surpassing them. Poipole, an ultra beast that shoots adhesive poison from its head. It shows emotions by laughing. Naganadel, an ultra beast that stores hundreds of liters of poison. Its yellow body warns of extreme danger. Stakataka, an ultra beast that looks like a stone wall.
It is actually an assembly of many life forms. Blacephalon, an ultra beast that slithers towards people. It explodes its own head to startle them. Zeraora, it runs at the speed of lightning. It tears opponents apart with its high voltage claws. Meltan, it dissolves and eats metal. Its body is liquid steel. It generates electricity in its eye. Melmetal, it can throw punches with its heavy hexnut fists. It was worshipped in ancient times for creating metal.
Grookey. It attacks with rapid beats of its stick. As it strikes with amazing speed, it gets more pumped up. Thwacky. The faster it beats its drums, the more respectful the other Pokémon become. It is always tapping a rhythm. Rillaboom. By drumming, it taps into the power of its special tree stump. The roots of the stump follow its direction in battle. Scorbunny. It has strong legs. It runs around the opponent to confuse them, then kicks them with a flaming foot. Raboot. Its fur protects it against the cold and keeps its heat energy inside. It practices kicking berries to train. Cinderace. It juggles a pebble with its feet, turning it into a burning soccer ball. Its kicks can scorch the air. Sobble. When scared, it cries tears as potent as 100 onions, making everyone around it weep uncontrollably. Drizzle. A clever combatant. It uses water balloons to set traps and attacks from hiding spots. Inteleon. It has many hidden capabilities, like fingertip water guns and gliding membranes, a secret agent of the wild. Squovit. It stuffs its cheeks with berries. If it runs out of room, it hides them in its tail fur. Greedent. It is not very smart. It hides food in its tail, but often forgets where it is, letting the food rot.
Rook-Itty. It is brave and reckless. It challenges strong opponents to hone its skills, even if it loses. Corvisquire. Intelligent enough to use tools, it picks up rocks with its talons and drops them on enemies. Corviknight. This silver bird is the lord of the skies. Its steel armor is impervious to any attack. Blipbug. It is constantly collecting information. It uses the hairs on its body to detect changes in the surroundings. Dottler. It barely moves, but it's alive. Inside the shell, it uses psychic powers to survey its environment. Orbeetle. Its brain has grown so large that its body can't support it. It uses psychic power to float. Nickit. Cunning and cautious, it steals food from other Pokémon and erases its tracks with its tail. Feeble. It marks its target with a scent. It stalks them silently and steals their food when they aren't looking. Gossifleur. It prefers land with clean water and air. Its pollen has a healing effect on humans. Eldegoss. The seeds on its head are packed with nutrients. It scatters them to revitalize the land. Wooloo. Its fleece is extremely fluffy. If its fur grows too long, it cannot move.
Dubwool, a rare black sheep. Its horns are springy. It charges at enemies without a care for its own safety. Tutel. It has an itch to bite everything. It snaps at anything that moves in front of it. Dreadnought. Its jaw strength allows it to chew through iron rods. It has a vicious and aggressive nature. Yamper. It generates electricity from the base of its tail. It chases after things that move fast, like cars. Boltund. It can run at speeds of 50 miles per hour. It generates electricity in its legs to boost its running power. Roly-Poly. It can race around like a unicycle. It was once used in homes to heat water and cook food. Carkle. It forms coal inside its body. It can travel at high speeds by blasting out tar and smoke. Colossal. It is usually peaceful, but if its mine is vandalized, it burns the offenders with flames of 2,700 degrees. Applin. It hides inside an apple. Bird Pokémon try to peck at it thinking it is a real fruit. Flapple. It ate a sour apple and evolved. It uses
pieces of apple skin as wings to fly. Appleton. It ate a sweet apple. Its body is covered in sweet nectar that attracts bug Pokémon. Silicobra. It waits in its burrow for prey. It blasts sand from its nose to blind enemies. Sandaconda. It contracts its body to blast sand from its nose with the force of a double-barreled shotgun. Cramorant. It is gluttonous. It will try to swallow anything. Sometimes it chokes on prey that is too big. Aracuda. It charges at prey with its sharp jaw. It is proud of its swimming speed. Barraskewda. Its jaw spins like a propeller. It tears through its prey's flesh with a rotating bite. Toxel. It stores poison in an internal sac. It drinks its own poison to create electricity. Toxicity. This pink rocker generates 15,000 volts. It strums its chest protrusion like a bass guitar. Sizzlepede. It wraps itself around prey and heats up. It cooks the prey with its body heat before eating. Centiscorch. Its body is like a radiator coil. It radiates heat so intense that approaching it is dangerous. Cloboptus. It investigates things by punching them with its tentacles. It often breaks what it touches. Graplocked. A body made of pure muscle. It comes onto land to search for an opponent to test its skills.
Sinistee. The swirl pattern on this Pokémon is a forgery. It tastes like awful tea and absorbs your life force. Poltergeist. It lives inside antique teapots. Trainers who trust it are allowed to taste its tea, but it is dangerous. Hatena. The protrusion on its head senses emotions. If it senses strong emotion, it runs away immediately. Hatrem. It beats you with its pigtails if you display strong emotions. It silences loud people violently. Hatterene. Known as the Forest Witch. It emits psychic power strong enough to cause headaches to deter intruders. Impidimp. It sneaks into people's houses, stealing things and feasting on the negative energy of the frustrated victims. Morgrem. It pretends to succumb to an opponent's attack, then stabs them with its hair when they let their guard down. Grimmsnarl. Its hairs work like muscle fibers. When unfurled, they latch onto opponents to ensnare them. Obstadagoon. Shiny. Its voice is staggering. It shouts to intimidate enemies before rushing them with a cross-armed block. Berserker. It lives for the thrill of battle. Its claws are hardened steel daggers that grow from its fingers. Cursola. Its shell has overflowed with spiritual energy. The ectoplasm surrounding it absorbs the life force of others.
Surfetched. Only Farfetch'd that have survived many battles can attain this form. Its leek is hard as steel. Mr. Rhyme. It is highly skilled at tap dancing. It waves its cane of ice to mesmerize spectators. Runegaris. A powerful curse was woven into an ancient painting. After absorbing the spirit of a Yamask, the painting began to move. Milcery. This Pokémon was born from sweet particles in the air. Cooks strive to find one to help with desserts. Alcremie. When it trusts a trainer, it will treat them to berries decorated with cream. The cream becomes sweeter when it is happy. Phalanx. 5 troopers follow a brass leader. They change formation instantly to attack or defend. Pincurchin. It feeds on seaweed, using its teeth to scrape it off rocks. Its spines conduct electricity. Snom. It eats snow that piles up on the ground. The more snow it eats, the bigger and more impressive the spikes on its back grow. Frostmoth. It shows no mercy to anyone who desecrates fields and mountains. It creates a blizzard with the flap of its wings. Stonejourner. It stands in grasslands, watching the sun's descent from zenith to horizon. It delivers powerful kicks. Ice-Q. It keeps its head cold with an ice block. If the ice breaks, it creates a new one. The hair on its head connects to the brain.
Indeedee. These Pokémon serve people and other Pokémon.
They sense emotions and reshape them into positive energy. Morpeko. It carries electrically roasted seeds. When it gets hungry, its hormones change, altering its fur color and temper. Cufant. It digs up the ground with its trunk. It is very strong, able to carry loads of over 5 tons without issue. Copperija. Their skin is resistant to water. They came from another region long ago and worked with humans. Dracozolt. The powerful muscles in its tail generate electricity. Compared to its lower body, its upper half is entirely too small. Arctozolt. The shaking of its freezing upper half generates electricity. It has a hard time walking. Dracovish. Its mighty legs are capable of running at speeds exceeding 40 miles per hour, but it cannot breathe on land. Arctovish. Though it's able to capture prey by freezing its surroundings, it has trouble eating the prey because its mouth is on top of its head. Duraludon. Its body resembles a polished metal building. It is light and rust-proof, but vulnerable to corrosion. Dreepy. After being reborn as a ghost, it wanders the sea. It loves to be launched like a missile by Drakloak. Drakloak. It carries a Dreepy on its head and takes care of it. If it loses its Dreepy, it will try to use another Pokémon as a substitute.
Dragapult. It launches Dreepy from the holes in its horns at Mach speeds. It turns transparent to strike unseen. Zacian. Known as the Fairy King's Sword, it cuts down enemies with a weapon it holds in its mouth. Zamazenta. Known as the Fighting Master's Shield, its golden armor can deflect any attack, no matter how powerful. Eternatus. The core on its chest absorbs energy from the lands of Galar. It is the source of the Dynamax phenomenon. Kubfu. It trains hard to perfect its martial arts. It pulls the long white hair on its head to focus. Urshifu. It has mastered the single strike or rapid strike style. Its fists can shatter boulders and flowing water alike. Zarude. It lives in a pack in the dense jungle. It uses the vines on its arms to swing from trees. Regieleki. Its body is a single organ that generates electricity. If the rings on its body are removed, its power is unleashed. Zamadrigo. Its body is composed of crystallized dragon energy. It is said to have the powers of every dragon Pokémon. Elastrier. It possesses massive physical strength. It emits cold from its hooves to freeze the ground solid. Spectrier. It dashes through the night, absorbing the life force of sleeping creatures. Its kicks separate soul from body. Calyrex. The king of bountiful harvests. It ruled Galar in ancient times, taming the wild horses with its psychic reins.
Weirdeer. The black orbs on its antlers shine with an uncanny light. It guides people through harsh winters. Cleavor. A violent evolution caused by special minerals. Its stone axe arms can chop down giant trees in a single swing. Ursaluna. It trudges through swamps with its heavy frame. It uses the peat on its body to sense underground treasures. Basculegion. Clad in the souls of its comrades who perished upstream, it swims with the power of their grudges. Sneasler. It climbs sheer cliffs with ease. Its claws drip with poison that affects the nerves. Overquill. Its lance-like spikes inject poison. It is known as the Sea Demon due to its terrifying appearance. Enamorus. When it arrives from the sea, winter ends. Its love is fickle and can turn to wrath instantly. Sprigatito. Its fluffy fur is similar in composition to plants. It washes its face regularly to prevent it from drying out. Florigado. It wields a vine hidden beneath its long fur. The hard flower bud on the vine is used as a weapon. Meowscarada. It misdirects foes with its cape and pollen-packed flowers. It sets off explosions without being noticed. Fuecoco. The square scales on its stomach absorb heat. It lies on warm rocks to generate fire energy. Crocolore. The valve on its head is a fireball. When excited, the fire grows larger and looks like a nest. Skeledirge.
Its singing soothes the souls of all who hear it. The firebird on its head changes shape when it attacks. Quaxley. Its feathers secrete a glossy gel. It hates getting its hair messy and is always grooming itself. Quaxwell. It diligently practices its dance steps. It can knock back a truck with a powerful kick from its strong legs. Quackaval. A dancer of the sea. It uses its water feathers to slash opponents while moving with a rhythmic beat. Lechonk. It searches for food with its excellent nose. Its body radiates a scent that bug Pokemon dislike. Oinkologne. It takes great pride in its glossy skin. It releases a sweet scent from its tail to attract others.
Taruntula. The ball of threads wrapped around its body is elastic enough to deflect the scythes of Scyther. Spidops. It clings to branches using its threads. It approaches prey silently before capturing them in its net. Nimble. It has a third set of legs that fold up. It jumps over 30 feet to escape danger. Low kicks. It enters showdown mode when fighting. It uses its folded legs to deliver axe kicks. Palmy. The pads on its paws discharge electricity. It rubs its cheeks to generate power before touching enemies. Palmo. It uses a unique fighting style. It strikes foes with its palms while simultaneously shocking them. Palmot. Its fluffy fur acts as a battery. It can revive fallen allies by shocking them with high voltage. Tandemouse. They always stick together as a pair. They cut food into 2 equal halves to share perfectly. Mousehold. The group works as one family. No one knows where the little ones come from. Fido. Its skin is moist and elastic like yeast dough. Its breath contains yeast that helps cooking. Doxbun. Its skin hardens when exposed to heat. It has an appetizing aroma of baked bread. Smoliv. It shoots oil from the fruit on its head to slow down enemies. It prefers sunny climates. Doliv. It shares its tasty oil with others. It has coexisted with humans since ancient times. Arboliva. It is very gentle. It drives enemies away by launching a beam of oil from its branches. Squawkabilly. These birds form flocks based on their plumage color. They are noisy and territorial in cities. Knockly. It was born in a layer of rock salt. It rubs its fingertips together to sprinkle salt on injured Pokemon. Knacklestack. It sprays salt from its body to attack. The salt hardens instantly, turning enemies into statues. Garganicle. Its body is pure rock salt. Even heavy injuries can be healed instantly if it is sprinkled with salt. Charcadet. Burnt charcoal came to life. It possesses a fighting spirit that will never burn out. Armor Rouge. It wears armor made from a psychic warrior's uniform. It shoots fireballs from its arm cannons. Cerulege. It wields blades formed by ghost energy and resentment. The wounds it inflicts never heal. Tadbulb. It shakes its tail to generate electricity. It floats using the power of its own current. Bellibolt. Its stomach button dynamo generates huge amounts of electricity. The eye-like bumps on its head are fake. Waterel. It catches the wind in its wings to generate electricity. It dives into the ocean to catch prey. Kilowatterel. It inflates its throat sac to amplify its electric power. It flies hundreds of miles in a day. Mashif. It scowls to intimidate opponents, but it is actually trying to protect its family. Mabostif. It loves playing with children. Its jaw is powerful enough to crunch through bedrock. Shroodle. It bites with poison-laced teeth. It marks its territory by painting patterns with toxic saliva. Graphaii. A rare nocturnal painter. It uses its poisonous saliva to paint traps on trees, luring bug Pokemon to their doom.
Bramblin. A soul that could not move on became a tumbleweed.
It rolls wherever the wind blows. Bramblegast. It opens the branches on its head to swallow prey whole. It wanders arid wastelands. Toadschool. It looks like Tentacool but lives on land. It runs at high speeds using its thin legs. Toadscruel. It lives in colonies deep in the forest. It wraps its tentacles around prey to suck out their nutrients. Cloth. It hangs upside down from cliffs to ambush prey. Its claws are delicious and grow back if lost. Capsicid. The more sunlight it absorbs, the spicier the chemicals in its body become. Its front teeth fall out and grow back often. Scovillain. The red head converts spiciness into heat energy. The green head turns that energy into raw firepower. Reller. It creates a mud ball by mixing sand and dirt with psychic energy. It treasures this ball more than its own life. Ratska. The infant that sleeps inside the ball sends psychic energy to Rabska. It moves the ball with its legs. Flittle. It levitates using psychic power emitted from its frills. It runs around wastelands at high speed. Aspithra. It emits psychic power from the gaps in its multicolored frills. It runs at speeds over 120 miles per hour. Tinkatink. It swings its handmade hammer to protect itself. It steals metal from Poniard to improve its weapon. Tinkatuff. It attacks foes with a heavy hammer. It will hunt down Bisharp to steal their armor for metal. Tinkaton. Intelligent and reckless. It knocks rocks into the sky with its hammer, aiming for flying Corviknight. Wiglet. It looks like Diglett, but is a completely different species. It pokes part of its body out of the sand to feed. Wugtrio. It has a vicious temperament. It wraps its long bodies around prey and drags them into its den. Bombardier. It bundles up food in its apron. It drops things from high places just to hear the loud noise. Finizen. It likes playing with others of its kind using the water ring on its tail. It can sense the emotions of others. Palafin. When it hears its allies calling for help, it transforms. Its punch is powerful enough to lift a cruise ship. Varoom. It is said to have been born from a mystery poison and a scrap engine. It breathes poisonous gas.
Revavroom. It creates gas out of rocks and minerals. It revs its engine to intimidate enemies with a loud exhaust noise. Cyclizar. It has carried people on its back since ancient times. It can sprint at 70 miles per hour while carrying a human. Orthworm. It lives in arid deserts. It eats iron from the soil to maintain its steel body. It attacks with tendrils. Glimmet. It absorbs nutrients from cave walls. Its crystals look like beautiful flowers to lure prey. Glimora. When it senses danger, it opens its crystal petals and fires beams of energy. It is made of crystallized poison. Grievard. It is friendly and affectionate. However, it slowly absorbs the life force of those who play with it. Houndstone. It rises from graveyards. It is the reincarnation of a loving dog that died without passing on. Flamingo. It ties the base of its neck into a knot to keep energy from escaping. It attacks in a synchronized flock. Citadel. It lives in freezing mountains. A thick layer of fat protects it from the cold. Cetitan. A black land whale. Its muscles are powerful enough to support its immense weight on land.
Veluza. It sheds its own spare flesh to boost its agility. The discarded flesh has a mild, delicious flavor. Dondozo. It's a glutton with a massive body. It treats Tatsugiri like a boss and follows its orders. Tatsugiri, a cunning dragon. It pretends to be weak to lure prey, then commands Dondozo to attack. Annihilate. It infused its rage with spectral power. It became so angry that it transcended its physical body. Clodsire. It lives in the bottom of ponds. When attacked, it retaliates by sticking thick spines out of its body. Farigiraf. The head on its tail has synchronized with the main head. Its psychic power is 10 times stronger than before.
Dun sparse. It uses its hard tail to bore into bedrock. Its nest can reach lengths of over 6 miles. King Gambit, a blue armored general. It leads a massive army of Bisharp. It does not move from its seat. Great Tusk, a savage monster described in an old book. It resembles a prehistoric Dawnfawn with giant tusks. Screamtail. It looks like a Jigglypuff from 1 billion years ago. It screams with a voice that cracks the earth.
Brute Bonnet. It resembles a mix of a dinosaur and a mushroom. It rampages through the ancient forest. Fluttermane. A ghost resembling Misdreavus. It floats on prehistoric winds, muttering curses. Slitherwing. An ancient Volcarona that crawled on the ground. Its heavy body prevents it from flying well. Sandy Shocks. It looks like a magneton from a primitive era. It walks on its own iron filings. Iron Treads. A futuristic weapon resembling Dawnfawn. It curls into a ball and rolls like a metallic tire. Iron Bundle. A robot resembling Delibird. Its bag is a propulsion device that shoots ice. Iron Hands. A cyborg Hariyama. Its hands are detached from its arms, floating with magnetic force. Iron Jugulis. A robotic Hydreigon. It flies using high-tech thrusters. It bombards enemies from the sky. Iron Moth. A UFO-like Volcarona. Its wings are made of floating solar pails. It acts like a surveillance drone. Iron Thorns. A Mecha Tyranitar. Its armor is cool to the touch. It is powered by a green neon core.
Frigibax. It absorbs heat through its dorsal fin and converts it into ice energy. It lives in deep snow. Arctibax. It freezes the air around it to create an ice mask. It attacks by doing a front flip with its dorsal fin. Baxcalibur. It blasts cryogenic air from its mouth. It can freeze magma instantly. It fights upside down using its backspine. Gimmighoul. It hides inside a treasure chest. It controls people to collect coins for it. Goldengo. Its body is made of 1,000 gold coins. It is very friendly and surfs on a board made of gold. Wochen. The grudge of a person punished for writing the king's evil deeds on wooden tablets, clad itself in dead leaves to become a Pokémon. It slowly bows its heavy head. Chen Pao. This Pokémon can control 100 tons of fallen snow. It plays around innocently by leaping in and out of avalanches it has caused. Tinglu. The fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become a Pokémon. It slowly bows its heavy head. Chi-Yu. It controls flames burning at over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. It swims casually through the sea of magma it creates by melting rock. Roaring Moon. It is possible that this is the creature listed as Roaring Moon in an expedition journal. It resembles a primitive salamence. Iron Valiant. It has similarities to both Gardevoir and Gallade. It is a cruel machine that will cut down anyone who confronts it. Koraidon. This Pokémon resembles Cyclizar, but it is far burlier and more ferocious. It splits the land with its bare claws. Miraidon. Much remains unknown about this creature. It resembles Cyclizar, but it possesses power that far surpasses any machine. Walking Wake. An ancient dinosaur resembling Suicune. It walks on the surface of the water, hunting prey with grace and ferocity. Iron Leaves. A futuristic machine resembling Virizion. Its blades are made of laser energy that can slice through the toughest armor. Diplin. It constantly coats its body in syrup. The syrup's scent attracts prey, which it then traps in the sticky goo. Poltgeist. It takes up residence in expensive tea caddies. It has a habit of patching up cracked or broken things with its own body. Sinistica. It pretends to be tea, trying to fool people into drinking it so it can drain their life force. It lives in a masterpiece teacup. Okidogi. It increased its muscles by eating toxic mochi. It protects its comrades with its powerful build and chain-like strength.
Monkey Dory.
The chain on its head stimulates its brain, enhancing its psychic powers. It prefers to attack from a safe distance. Fizandipity. It beats its glossy wings to scatter pheromones that charm people and Pokémon alike. It is very vain about its looks. Ogapon. This Pokémon's type changes based on the mask it wears. It possesses a terrifying strength hidden behind a cute face. Arcaliodon. It gathers static electricity from the surroundings to charge its beam. It usually keeps its body bent, but extends it to attack. Hydropole. 7 syrupy serpents live inside one apple. They work together to unleash a powerful breath attack. Gouging Fire. It resembles an Entei from the dinosaur era. The shield on its head is hard enough to withstand volcanic eruptions. Raging Bolt. It resembles a Raikou with a long neck. It calls thunderclouds and launches lightning from its mouth. Iron Boulder. It resembles a robotic Terrakion. Its charge is strong enough to break through a fortified fortress wall. Iron Crown. It resembles a robotic Cobalion. It slashes foes with horns of light that can cut through anything without touching it. Terrapagos. It is thought to be the source of the Terrastyle phenomenon. Its shell contains the power of every Pokémon type. Pecharunt. It feeds its toxic mochi to people and Pokémon to draw out their desires and capabilities. It is the mastermind of the Loyal Three.
Explore more incredible Pokémon stories right here on our channel. Thank you so much for watching.